Understanding the crypto market cycles. It's the least sketchy crypto YouTube title that you can find, so probably the least views as well, but probably the best information you can get to really make it with crypto. So please keep watching, do it for your own sake, like the video now you're at it, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon, there is a link down below where you can get a lot of valuable information. So that's the problem with crypto. People rather see a title on YouTube that says 10 altcoins you should buy now to be a millionaire tomorrow. I can do the test with you. Like, let's try. That's gonna be my next video. Okay. Well, it's not gonna work like that. Exactly. No, actually not. So you want to understand the market cycles in crypto to really understand how you need to play this crypto game. So what I am very much under the impression of is that as long as something is intact, there's no reason at all to think that now it's not gonna be anymore. Right? And that works with crypto cycles as well. For example, with the 4-year cycle that we have in crypto. As long as the 4-year cycle is playing out, there's no reason for me to say like, hey guys, I don't know, but 4-year cycle from now on, it's going to be totally different because I want so. No, not because I want that. Okay. And a lot of people in crypto be like, yeah, if the 4-year cycle is actually a thing, then crypto is going to be way too predictable and everybody be a millionaire. Yeah, but the fact that you think that and play against it is the reason that it's going to play out like that again, because you think it won't, right? And what is the cycle? We had a peak, we have a bottom, goddammit. We have a halving, where we have a pre-halving year. Sorry, my coffee is working out. We go up, then half of the rest of the year down, and then we have the halving and the bull run. Again, we have a peak. We go down, we find the bottom, half of the year, in the pre-halving year we go up, bottom, halving, bull run. Here the exact same thing as well, I'm not going to repeat that. And what do we have right now? Peak, bottom, half of the year in the pre-halving year going up, half of the year going down, halving, bull run, right? So far this is a straight replica from this cycle and this cycle. Okay, and of course the moves, like this move was higher than here, and this move down was harder than here, but it is the move up and the move down, right? And this is a little in between, so it makes sense. So again, what you want to understand is how the cycle plays out, because otherwise you're gonna wreck yourself. Also, because you are in the wrong tokens. I released it in a podcast on the FOMO Factory Patreon as well, and these people really understand. But I'm gonna explain it here as well, as I need everybody to just understand that. A cycle, again, has 4 phases, right? You can see it very clearly on the chart as well. We have an accumulation phase. Let me remove everything, by the way. We have an accumulation phase where it goes sideways. And don't get me wrong, once you are in the middle of it, it doesn't look like sideways, right? This is the monthly chart, right? But here we had the bottom, and from the bottom we went 90% up in a couple of months, and in 2 months again we went down another 50%. Yeah, once you're in the middle of that, nobody's gonna tell you like, hey, this is sideways. No, it's a roller coaster. But in a market where everything moves, in a cycle after that, for example, 120x, yeah, then a 2x and a 50% drop is considered pretty much sideways, right? So we have the cycle where the phase where it goes sideways. We have the phase where it goes up. Beautiful. Let me do that again. Where it goes up. We have a distribution phase, and we have a downwards trend, right? Same in this cycle, even better. Sideways, up, distribution, downtrend, and we start over again sideways, and we can do this here, right? If we go to 17k, let's say, it's still considered sideways. So now you know that you kind of can expect. It's very simple. You can expect where Bitcoin is going, right? And I'm not saying that you should say, according to this, well, now it's going to 240K or $1 million or 120K. But you can at least say, hey, around this period, it probably goes up, right? unless the cycle completely changes, right? But so far it has not. So far it is a copy paste. So who am I to say like, hey, but now it's going to be different? Like, according to what? To what I want or to what I actually see? So now you know which direction the crypto market in general goes. And you don't know by day or week or month even, but you know the complete period. Like, this is a period in a cycle where it overall goes there, and this is where it overall goes there. That's what you can do. If you know that, you know in what coins you should and should not be. And yes, we're going to talk about altcoins again and why you are so stupid of holding altcoins right here and buying them now, right? Because that's exactly how people get wrecked. And sorry, but we try to build the smartest and the richest community here. We started small, we started in the bear market, and maybe that's my motivation, right? We started in the bear market with this channel. So everybody that came to this channel, they don't know, like they haven't seen me talk bullish yet, right? No, because this channel didn't exist while the market was bullish. There's no bullish, like, well, maybe I started it, I don't know, I have to check, but no, it started in the bear. So then you know what you should and should not be in, right? The problem with most people, if you look on Twitter, like I said at the beginning of the video, if I make a video that says the 10 best altcoins to make you a millionaire very fast or something like that, let's not make it too clickbaity, we want to stay a little credible, of course, then people will watch that. If I make a video like this, understanding the crypto market cycles, nobody cares. Well, this is the thing that's going to make you money, not by watching a stupid YouTuber talk about his favorite altcoins based on nothing. It's bullshit. So overall, people just like to be in altcoins. While more than half of the cycle, you should not be in altcoins at all. You should not give a fuck about altcoins. You should not. And I understand, because people, they be like, I said this before, like traditional finance or precious metals, gold, silver, whatever, you know, stocks, they move boring and crypto is exciting. It's a casino, right? You can get rich overnight. If you have the right time, the right amount of money and the right amount of luck, you can, definitely. But that's usually not how it works. This is also a patient game. Mostly. But I understand. Believe me, I made that mistake in this cycle very hard. I made this mistake. I wrote the whole altcoin market down, basically. Believe me. But I learned from it. What then I try to do is try to at least tell you what I know. Believe me, I don't know anything, everything. Definitely not. And I make plenty of mistakes. But the things that I do know, it would be a shame if I don't share it, right? And what you do with it, it's totally up to you. However, people like to be in altcoins. People like to go on Twitter. You see all these posts. I see it on my recommended feed. People say, these altcoins do 10x in the next cycle. These do 100x. These do 1000x. That's cloud chasing. It's bullshit. One, you do not know. Two, it is super unrealistic. Three, you have nothing better to say. Right? Because if people agree with you, they like it, you get your clout. If people disagree with you, they comment on it. You get your clout. It's the algorithm. It's like they are smart marketers, but stupid crypto people. But people love to be in altcoins. However, again, take a look at the market right here. This is on a monthly chart, right? It went down here in this cycle for 14 months. Believe me, 14 months. And can I take a date range? That's better. Yeah. For 14 months, it went down. Right, so 14 months already, it wasn't a good idea to be in altcoins. Then it went sideways for another 7 months. That sideways is not when altcoins are doing fine and when altcoins are also going sideways. Once Bitcoin goes sideways, a lot of altcoins get destroyed. Then it was definitely not here at the Bitcoin bottom the best time yet to buy altcoins, but at least the market was bullish, right? So then 28 months the market was bullish. But 14 and 7 is 21. 21 months. It's almost 2 years. In this cycle, it was not a good idea to be in altcoins. A lot of people were. And they threw their money away. Away, I tell you. This cycle is kind of the same. 12 months downwards movement. But then it got worse. Because here, up till here, it was 50 months of going sideways. But here, when Bitcoin made a higher low on March the 20th, that's not where altcoins did the same. Look, if we go March 20, the altcoin market made a lower low. And you could say like, yeah, well, this is pretty much sideways, DCA. Yeah, this was the best place to DCA in hindsight, definitely. But also in hindsight, you already only know which altcoins, because a lot of altcoins here died. I don't know if you were in the last cycle. Most altcoins never returned. Never. Look at CoinMarketCap history and look for altcoins that were there in September 2019, 4 years ago. Only in the top 50, you will probably see 25 that you don't even know about if you were there. You already forgot them or you didn't pay attention. The other 25, some are there, but most of them are far down the list. And I'm not even talking about the stuff outside of the top 50. Right? That was the blue chip altcoin list, like the one that we have right now in the top 50. Half at least could disappear. Right? That's just what it is. So that's what happened. Where the fuck is my chart? I always lose it. I don't know anymore. Anyway. Well, let's take this one. So, again, what happened in this cycle? Oh, here it is. 12 months of not being in the market. But followed after the bear market was over by another 15 months where you should have been very careful and not into altcoins, really. It's 27 months out of the 48. That was the best time to not be in altcoins. And only this part, let's be honest, 20 months, it was a good time. Right? What did we do right now? 12 months. Again. Right? 12 months of downwards movement. Like we had here, 14, and here, 12. Yeah, 12 right now. But here it was 7 months of getting wrecked with altcoins. Here it was 15. That's an average of around 10. Right? How far are we right now? We are now 10. Therefore, and this could easily be 15, of course, right? It doesn't mean that we have to like go up right now. But therefore, I've been saying for so long, like, guys, altcoins, don't do it. It's risky, right? And a lot of altcoins died in the meantime. A lot of them did well, definitely. That's your counter argument as an altcoin maxi, maybe, if you're watching this and you'd be like, nah, just be in altcoins. Yeah, some did well. Problem is you do not know that before that happens. And the chance, if you have 100 altcoins, 99.9% won't do well. If you have the luck, and you can't have the skill, but the luck to pick the one that does, congratulations. I'm not betting more money on that. So you want to understand the cycle before you're going to mess around with this. Even now, Bitcoin is doing okay, right? Bitcoin went from 15K to 32 almost. Did well. But then if you look at altcoins on the Bitcoin pair again, you'll see this. They went down in the same period that Bitcoin went up. So finally, Bitcoin is going up. Are altcoins going down against Bitcoin? Altcoins going down anyway. What does it take for altcoins to now finally go up then? The Bitcoin dominance to top out and to go down, which people call an alt season, right? But this is no alt season. This is, matter of fact, a very big upwards move by the Bitcoin dominance. It was stuck in this range for 2 years, since April, May 2021, and in March, April 2023, we finally broke out. Right? We retested this. We were in this downwards trend on a shorter time frame. Now we broke out of this trend. Now we can continue our way up, and that's what you see. What does it take for altcoins to go up? Like everybody's talking about, well, wait for the bull run. Yeah, what's going to cause a bull run? Bitcoin, of course, right? What's the only narrative that everybody's talking about for a bull run? An ETF. Are we going to get a Moonbeam ETF or a Hex ETF or an AVAX ETF, a Solana ETF? Are we going to get a Bitcoin ETF? Maybe an Ethereum, right? But altcoins are not going to lead the run. Therefore, it still makes no sense for now, right? Because once altcoins start to run, it is because Bitcoin runs. But what we see right now is whenever Bitcoin runs, the Bitcoin dominance does as well. And altcoins are going down on their Bitcoin pair anyway. So, or altcoins are going down on the dollar pair because Bitcoin is going down. Or Bitcoin is going up, but then altcoins are going down against their Bitcoin pair. You still would have been better off with Bitcoin. I'm pretty much bitching about altcoins again instead of explaining the market cycles. But I just hope for people to understand that it has something to do with it. It's not the time, right? People have been calling me a Bitcoin maxi. Like, I don't have that much Bitcoin. I'm now DCAing into it finally, right? But that's like calling me Bitcoin maxi is more in this stage of the market. It's like, well, thanks. You recognize that I play the market well, right? Like, if I can call you an altcoin maxi now, yeah, you're the one that's wrecked, not me. Right? But we are nothing maxis. I don't care. Like in a bull market, I'm not going to be a Bitcoin maxi. Fuck that. Fuck Bitcoin in a bull market. I want to be an alts. But in the face of the market where Bitcoin is going down, you should not be in crypto anyway. You could be in Bitcoin, of course, a little bit to have some exposure to the market. But in the face of the market where Bitcoin is going sideways, you still should not be in Bitcoin because it proves, right? Bitcoin 2x, altcoins went down. What proof do you need? And don't mind your exceptions, because your exceptions are included in this chart. And this shows it right here. Also, the total 3 shows it right here. What did Bitcoin do? Well, it went to the bottom and it 2x'd, right? And it sustains here. The total 3 went to the bottom and it's basically pretty much still sitting there. So what do you think will happen if Bitcoin finally goes down? Altcoin market will make new lows easy. And you don't know which one is going to survive, because that's also the stage of the market. Because people now also be like, yeah, but if I just dollar cost now, it could go lower, but you know, don't sell, don't lose. It's bullshit. One, you could have made more if you just bought Bitcoin, and now you're just too stubborn to admit that. 2, you can use that Bitcoin that you made profit on as your dry powder to buy altcoins with later to get, you know, even if you miss out on the USD bottom, you can still buy them in the Bitcoin bottom range. 3, it's getting more fun. The longer you wait with buying altcoins, the higher the chance is that you're not getting wrecked. And I'm going to explain it to you. But that's the thing, right? Like, people, they always say, like, yeah, don't try to time the bottom. But be honest, the closer you buy to the bottom, the better, of course, right? And you want to buy the bottom range, not the bottom itself. But even if the altcoin market bottoms out on its dollar pair right now, let's say it's right now, it doesn't mean it cannot go lower against Bitcoin. And if you have Bitcoin already, then you have a second chance for the bottom range, right? Plus, like I said, the longer you wait, the less risk you take. Very simple. Altcoins, the liquidity is going away from the altcoin market, right? There is no liquidity coming in. A lot of projects, they don't generate any revenue or fees. They do have a big team. They have to pay the team. They have to pay to get the product going, to keep it going. They have to pay for community engagement, whatever, marketing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, money is running out, right? So at a certain point, these people from Therefore, a lot of scams come out in this phase of the market, because at this point, a lot of people feel like, yeah, our money is gone. Let's take what's left and go. And then the project is rocked, or it slowly bleeds to death, and you're left with nothing. You're offering yourself extra liquidity because you were smart of DCAing all the way down. Therefore, the closer you buy to the bull run, the higher the chances that they are going to survive, of course, right? If the bull run is here, for example, well, probably sooner, but just an example, and you buy here already, you have this whole way of risk. If you buy it here at the Bitcoin bottom and the bull run is here, you only have this risk time. Time is risk for altcoins. People, yeah, they don't seem to understand that. Therefore, I kind of fucking hate the fact that people, again, are probably not gonna click this video in the first place because they don't see some juicy price predictions of 10,000 X's on their favorite shitcoins. But if you know this stuff, you don't need that, right? So all these clickbait YouTubers can have these views. I really want to build this community and be smart right here. Now, of course, there are projects that are proving themselves to do very well, right? Like Caspa, for example, right? A lot of people talk about Caspa. I get it, and I think it's stupid. Both. Why do I say that? Well, what do I think is stupid about this? People look at such a chart and be like, hey, it's a bear market. There are all discounts, great projects that can do very well. But let's buy the one that's sitting at the fucking all-time high. On the other hand, that's what I said a couple of months ago as well. And so far it paid off. But that's the risk, because at a certain point it is the top, right? Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Like, what could it do? Maybe a 5x? And what's the risk to the downside? And maybe it does 100x. Nobody knows, right? But the higher it goes, the less rewards you're going to take and the more risk you're going to take as well. So therefore, I look at such a chart and I'll be like, yeah, then I'd rather miss out on something than I take a risk and lose my money. Did I lose anything? No, so I'm fine. Doesn't matter. It's not the only altcoin out there. Right? On the other hand, also, if you look at, in this specific example again, Caspa on its Bitcoin pair, and it doesn't have a Bitcoin pair, so how did you do this? Caspa on its Bitcoin pair is mooning as well. So therefore, it's very easy to say, like, hey, if Bitcoin now finally does a 4x, Caspa automatically does a 4x with it. And if this goes higher, it does even more. Right, so if you do buy altcoins, you at least want to take a look at a crypto chart, an altcoin chart that looks, well, not this parabolic maybe, but at least strong against Bitcoin. Right? If you look at, and I'm going to take this example again, people are going to hate me for it, but that's what it is. If you look at a crypto chart and it has a chart like this, like Moonbeam, for example, do you have any brain cells if you buy this? Come on, like, it has been going down against an asset. Look, Bitcoin is down 60%. This thing is 98.8% down against an asset that's down 60%. Why the fuck would you buy this? Because there is no clear sign. Like, and that's the problem, because people look at such a chart and be like, oh, it's so low now, 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 oh, it's so low now. Oh, fuck, I'm down so much. Let's just DCA. Oh, let's GCA. I guess I'm a long-term investor. Oh, I'm one of the top 10 holders. I'm a fucking legend. No, you are broke. It's not how it works. Therefore, again, in this phase of the market, you want to be really careful, because this is a really tricky phase. Again, here in the last cycle, Bitcoin went all the way down from 20K to 3. That's down way harder than here. Just a comparison, Bitcoin went down 84%. If we did that this cycle, 84 would have put Bitcoin at 11K. But therefore, it bounced so hard, right? In this pre-halving year, we got more than a 4x, where we now did a simple 2x. You better believe that people said that the bull run was back. Well, in reality, it wasn't, and we almost made a double bottom, and we went even as low as the first bottom. That's what's, so far, if we believe the cycle, is playing out at this moment. We had a top, small red candle, small red candle, small red. Oh, a little green in front of it. Now small red, small red. Oh, green bull market back. No, fake out, and bam! In the middle of it, that's such a mindfuck. And people lost so much money with altcoins right here. So much. Because Bitcoin went up 71%. And the altcoin market didn't really do anything else than that, right? Went down with it. Got completely wrecked. And this is why a lot of projects felt like, okay, never mind. And just when everybody stepped out, we were mooning, right? So even if we see something like this, well, even if it sounds like it's very weird, but it would actually make a lot of sense. If we see something like this, then don't dare about giving up. Don't do it. Don't give up. Be there. Because that's the point. That's the final capitulation where you want to be. But not here. Although you might feel like, it's just a difference of like 3%. You know, wouldn't you just good off dollar costing? Yes, but again, a lot of projects were around here and not here. As a lot of projects are around here, but not here. And you do not know how low it could go. That's the problem as well. The Bitcoin dominance is, you know, I don't know, man, but September 2019, it was sitting at 70%. Why do you think we got such an enormous altcoin bull run right here? Because the Bitcoin dominance had a lot of room to go down. If it now goes down, it's a mini alt season. In order to get a real bull run, an altcoin bull run, an alt season, like people are calling for forever, we first have to go up. And it's not that this is the floor or anything. We could go lower, theoretically. But then again, we did not even took out this low in 2018, right? We had so much NFT hype, pre-sale hype, VC money, this and that, all the altcoin maxis, but still the Bitcoin dominance didn't went lower than here. So why should we do that right now? What's so interesting about the altcoin market all of a sudden? I don't see it. Therefore, I think this move with the Bitcoin dominance is going to play out as soon as Bitcoin is going into a bull run. Right, so we could do something like, like this, where we go up, but over a matter of like a year from now. Slow but steady. Not going to happen this year, I think. Bitcoin really has to moon. Because what we have seen so far is that the Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin, they move together, right? They move together. When Bitcoin goes down, the dominance goes down. When Bitcoin goes up, dominance goes up. What you want to see at a certain point is, and I'm going to wrap it up, is where Bitcoin goes up, so the orange line up, right? And the dominance goes down, right? Like here, this part. The dominance here went from 70% to 57%. While Bitcoin went from 9K to, what is it here? Yeah, 12K, right? That's a strong sign. That's a sign that if Bitcoin moves, the altcoin market is going to move hard. Now it's like I said at the beginning of the video, well, if Bitcoin goes down, yeah, the altcoin market goes down, fucked up. If Bitcoin finally goes up, well, shit, altcoin market still goes down against the Bitcoin pair, so we're better off buying Bitcoin. Understand what to be in what phase of the cycle, okay? In a year from now, or in 1.5 years from now, probably, something like that, I will tell you that you are wasting your money by being in Bitcoin only. or too much, you should be in altcoins because you can make crazy money. But it's not time yet for me to cover the fun and non-financial advice. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right here. Shout out to the Patreon members. They know all this stuff. If you like the video, check out the Patreon, by the way, in the link below. Subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Take care.